I awoke to find myself in a shadowy realm. A disquieting stillness lay where my heart had been, the heart that had belonged to Janus Audrun all along. How was it possible that I still lived?
You are still very full, vampire.
That will go first.
This realm will render you hideous.
You will go mad, and will not know it.
What is this place?
Do you not think of this place every day, vampire?
Or are we truly
Forgotten.
This is the exile into which we were driven.
But soon now, soon we will be free.
We will be free.
Fucking Kain's face. Like, what? Who are you?
I am you. Your elemental power is green.
Some really cool ass fucking demons. Or devils. Or whatever the fuck they are. Damn.
You're right.
Yeah, just wait till the end of the game to show these cool off designs.
Well, they appeared before you fought Janos. I don't know if you noticed them or not.
I did for half a second.
You were just more certain, like, I need more answers now, damn it. I like how Kain, this is what I love about Kain. He instantly picked up on what the fuck was going on the second he woke up from being dead.
Yeah.
Alright, I can try my time powers. Slow it down, amigo.
See, Kain's
I'm fast as fuck. I am the storm that is approaching.
This Kain's a smart motherfucker, rather than a dumb motherfucker. That's the difference here.
I felt strongly drawn, compelled even, not to linger here, but to go to the vampire citadel at once.
We're leaving.
No, we're not.
We're leaving.
No.
We're leaving.
No, you're not.
I can turn into a flock of bats when. Oh.
Hey, does
I like how your figurines look clean, dude.
See, there's a thing with the four there.
I knew what ominous hour this was in Nosgoth's history, for here was the event that had shaped my entire existence. I had cast my fate, refusing the sacrifice, damning the pillars, and founding my doomed empire upon their ruins. I would raise the Salafan priests to be my closest lieutenants, and would one day cast the strongest of them, my servant Raziel, into the abyss, dealing one last hand to play against fate. But in the end, had it made any difference? Had I misread the signs, as Mobius told me? In my arrogance, had I missed my cast at destiny?
The Hilden are merely an inconvenient consequence. They will be dealt with in time. It is a small price to pay for Kain's death.
You're a bit premature.
Kain!
Is there a crack in your omniscience after all, Mobius? First, your omniscience, and now your powers. You're slipping badly.
This is not possible.
The part of me that staff affected is no longer in its place. But you already knew that, didn't you? I always was considered heartless. And now, Mobius, it is time.
To kill me? Again? Your only solution for every problem. Kill.
This is not a debate. You see, this time, you have nothing that I want.
You think this will matter? I serve one who has power over life and death.
Then go to him.
I am his obedient, his devoted servant. Soon, all pain will fade, and my master will bring me life once more. Master, my apologies. A momentary oversight. Somehow Kain still lives, and has unexpectedly dispatched me. Make use of your good servant, and go to your master then. I release you to the wheel. Oh, God. Do you see it now? The monster that you served. Is this what you imagined when you worshipped it? No! And in that knowledge, go and feed it. I release you.
Your petty actions are irrelevant, Raziel. Mobius was a good servant, but he was of no further use. His long life had run its course. You see, even when you rebel, you are doing my will.
Perhaps. But something has changed, hasn't it? You didn't foresee Kain's return.
You have both traced your paths along the wheel. This is where the journey ends.
You haven't the means to kill either one of us.
Ah, but you can be stopped. And you will come to understand how oblivion can be a mercy. You and Kain will spend eternity buried here together, praying for the merciful release of a death that will never come.
But I was armed with newfound knowledge, and it burned within me.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mobius had never seen his master until the Soul Reaver purified his sight. Even the ancient vampires had no idea what it was they so righteously worshipped.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
All the conflict and strife throughout history, all the fear and hatred, served but one purpose: to keep my master's wheel turning. All souls were prisoners, trapped in the pointless round of existence, leading distracted, blunted lives until death returned them, always in ignorance, to the wheel.
The coin is still turning.
But what hope had there been? One cannot fight the unseen.
Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
Despair, Raziel. There is no escape.
It was then I knew what I had to do. I alone could end this.
Kain, do you so enjoy death?
Yes. Raziel. No!
Yes, this is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for. The two become one. Both Soul Reavers together. And the Scion of Balance is healed. And I am not your enemy. Not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No, Raziel, this can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel. And it was then I saw.
So, I am revealed to you at last.
What in hell?
I am the origin of life, the devourer of death. I am the hub of the wheel, the purifying cycle to which all souls must be drawn.
Had I condemned Raziel to this nightmare when I cast him into the abyss?
You may ponder the futility of your ambitions as you spend a deathless eternity beneath a mountain of rubble. You and your soul reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The citadel of the apostates will become your living tomb.
Your words are heartening. For you would not fear us unless we could truly do you harm.
No! You are nothing!
False God. This is the end. The final turn of your wheel.
Well, that was neat.
Yep, Raziel finally realized the purpose he was built for.
He had free will to do that. I am going to give myself up.
No, originally the free will part was being like, he wanted to actually not be part of the Reaver. That's the part he was like procrastinating on. He didn't have much of a choice.
Let me say the entire time he has free will. What does that even mean? What's his free will? Why does he have free will?
Basically, the free will part was him saying like he was free from the fate of the Reaver.
Sure.
But much like Mobius and this one-eyed asshole said, they've basically been steering him along the entire time. Which is kind of gay. I love it.
Been steering him along for their plans or to put him in the Reaper?
Well, originally they were just gonna keep him out of the Reaver.
Sure.
And we just hope that Kain fucking dies.
Sure.
That was their whole. They were banking on Kain's death, being like, "Oh, he's dead. Fuck yeah! We can get rid of all of our contingency plans, all of our bullshit that we really wanted to do. We can just say bye bye to that."
Because now he can be hurt. Now that our sword is complete.
Yep. Now that it's pure, he can indeed be hurt.
You cannot destroy me, Kain. I am the engine of life itself. The wheel will turn, the plague of your kind will be purged from this world, and on that inevitable day, your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep. Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope.
Wait. That was the final boss?
Yeah.
I could have sworn we were gonna fight Genos again.
No.
I could have sworn that was gonna happen.
Okay. Let me explain Janos' deal. Okay, he may have gotten possessed by the Hilden, but originally in Blood Omen 2, the Hilden were already here. This is a little bit after the pillars were destroyed and Kain was building his empire. The Hilden were already here in full force. One of them became the Seraphan King, who Kain killed at the end of the game. So yeah. And ever since Soul Reaver 2, the timeline kind of got a little fucky from Blood Omen and there on, so yeah. Giannis is still around, but he's not as big of a threat as the Hilden as a whole. Which is what he'll probably... And this is what the sequel bait was hard on, is that you were going to play as someone, like, hundreds of years later, trying to, like, uncover the Seraphan's secrets, which was after the events of this game. That never came to be. It was canceled while it was still in beta.
I feel like there's a lot more story they were supposed to tell in this one.
Yeah, they were, but we'll never know. We'll never get the sequel.
This game just feels like it ended prematurely.
Right? I mean, it ended on a high note, though.
Yeah, but like that ending was kind of like, it felt like that wasn't the ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember when I told you by the end of this they sequel baited the fuck out of this game?
True. I get sequel bait, but it's like it also feels like you know how you're in the end game and you know how you're in the end boss. You know how that kind of feels. Like you know this is the end boss. That didn't feel like an end boss. That just felt like a boss.
I mean, you weren't playing it, so
it did look annoying.
If it wasn't for muscle memory, that fight would have taken way longer.
But it's just yeah okay.
But all in all, yes, that is the official ending of Defiance. And now, proceeding with my question from a few videos ago, what do you think now that we finished it?
As a game, it's
I mean, you can be honest. I mean, granted, yes, I'm very based on my love of this game.
Oh, I know.
But so I can't really say anything more that I haven't said like in the early videos.
As a whole, it's a solid game. It is a solid ass game at its core. Nothing egregiously. It's not Splatterhouse dumb.
I said sorry for that.
No, I fully accept your apology. No, I have to have a game to compare shit to, and that is what shit is currently. Yeah. It's the shittiest thing we've played so far. That
it was so shitty, even the Elgato didn't want to capture it.
Exactly.
That's how shitty it was. It was so shitty. We lost literally the last half of the game's footage. We lost everything.
So that's my baseline for a bad game. And so long,
is that the standard or is that the bottom standard?
That is the bottom standard.
I was about to say, if you said it to the standard, man,
no.
The bouncer deserves to be below Splatterhouse. Then, in my opinion,
Splatterhouse is the rank that's the blow. That's the blow rank. What do you think these people? Go on, you guys.
Alex Jones. I knew he was a vampire.
I knew it. So yeah, Splatterhouse is the bottom, and we'll say God Hands at the top. That's the
God Hands at the top because like it's so schlocky, it's good.
It's just fun, good. It's a fun, good time. This game, it's a solid ass game. It is a decent story. I don't mind the story. The story's fun. Resident Evil pissed me off because he's a fucking stubborn dumbass. Won't fucking listen to reason for 2 fucking seconds. Yeah. Until the end, after he'd already broken every damn thing.
And then he figured it out. He's like, maybe if instead of fighting, I love what the reasoning was like. Kain doesn't want to kill me, which is a horrible change of heart from these two games. He's like, Kain doesn't want to kill me, and I kind of don't want to kill Kain. It took him fucking up everything. The last boss made me realize, apes strong together.
We strong as one.
But it was kind of satisfying to see Mobius get his comeuppance because I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, that was funny. That was hilarious.
I love how he got fucking monked.
He's like, you kill me? That's fine. I will live again.
Raziel waiting in the fucking cut like, I can smell fresh bitch up in here.
Coolest thing Raziel's done all game, in my opinion.
Let's kill Mobius.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a whole story. It's a good game. It's good. I don't like the fact that
I'll agree to one grievance that I still hold on to, even though I just replayed this with you. I fucking hate the puzzles. Oh my god.
The puzzles are very, very, very annoying.
Like everything's fun up until Vorador's mansion, and I blatantly warned you about that beforehand. I was like, this place is going to be fucking aggravating.
I don't like. Cool, you get a new power. That's cool. They tell you got a new power, and then just don't tell you shit. If you want to find out, you have to go to the menu or you have to go to the manual. Which, it's fine for an old game if you have the manual, but like, you could have told me, hey, here's your basic combo. Here's a basic thing you can do. Hold the button down to do this.
Well, I mean,
They didn't tell you anything about that.
actually, they did in the beginning, but I was playing that part.
Exactly. They tell you one time and don't tell you ever again.
This game was intended to be co-op, so.
That's fine.
And you kind of get a whole level to kind of experiment and get used to the controls too, which is like fair because you're not holding my hand anymore after this level. After this level, it's just whatever floats your boat goes.
Understandable. Like the whole shifting planes is interesting. That's a little.
No, it was interesting at first. Then it got really fucking annoying near the end.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's one of those things is where combat XP is kind of like a mythical thing. You just kind of get it. It's like, okay, you got it. Cool. Here's your ability that pops on the screen for 2 seconds. Here's your name.
Here's your new combo. Fuck off.
It pops up. Hey, you got this thing. Okay. How do one thing?
You have to go to the menu and see it. Or like your skill tree, your skill menu or whatever, which is fine because like you don't need it on screen to tell you.
I just want to show someone's like, hey, you got this thing. Go to the status menu to go check it. That'd been fine.
Well, it does tell you that. When you get the move, it's like you got blank move.
Yeah, but we clicked through it so damn fast, I didn't chance to read it.
Well, then you can't blame the game on that one.
I can't.
But all in all, 1 to 10. How we feeling on this one? How do you feel? 'Cause once again, I'm extremely based.
6.
That hurt a little bit. I ain't gonna hold it. That hurt a little. A 6? I mean, I would have taken a solid 7, but a 6. 6 because of the other shit, or is it just like more cherry picking?
More nitpicks on my own end, but it's like.
But you don't see yourself on a second playthrough.
No.
This is a one and done type
It's
deal.
a one and done for me, honestly. And I will say this as well. D, I love you. I love you. I know you know this game front to back. I know you don't. But it will take me a couple of seconds to figure things out. I walk into a room and you're like, do that. I'm like, I just walked in. I didn't just look around.
No. There were times where you would just be circling a room 3 times. And like,
that point,
it's right there.
At that point, that's fine.
That's what I was doing. I wasn't doing that shit.
But there are
okay, mainly in the beginning, yes, I was doing it.
Yeah.
Mainly to get a rise out of you. Aside from that, I wasn't doing it anymore.
Yeah. That's the only nitpick. But other than that, the game as a whole, as a base game, fine. It's just nothing egregiously wrong, nothing terrible. Cool story. Just Ragel's being a bitch. And the stupid stubborn motherfucker.
I mean, that was at the end of the game. Like, did you like him in the beginning, though?
At the beginning, it was fine. And then as you slowly realize he's being a dumb motherfucker, like, bro!
Honestly, on this playthrough, I kind of realized that, wow, you really see Raziel go from being stoic and clever to being a whiny bitch near the end.
Real low.
Meanwhile, Kain, Kain is the only consistent character in this game. He does not change his attitude. He doesn't change his viewpoints. Just like,
he is.
How do I do this?
Back to front.
How do I do this? Let me get the balance emblem. Does not deviate from that path 1 second.
Balance emblem. I'm getting that. I got it. Fuck you, Mobius. Oh shit, there's a false god, dude. I want to kill you now because you're.
I am the wheel. I am destiny. Shut your bitch ass up.
You're dead now. Slice.
Well, you can't kill that which cannot die. It's impossible.
If if
we would have gotten the sequel game.
See, if video games tell me anything, just because somebody in a game tells you, I can't die, doesn't mean shit.
I mean, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Eidos, Crystal Dynamics. You're making games now. You're making like board games. Maybe if you finish Vampire the Masquerade 2, if any of you developers watching, maybe a Legacy of Kain sequel kind of closed the book on this. You guys left this game on a terrible cliffhanger.
I feel like this is the game that benefits from that age of you get the game, you read through the manual a little bit, and it tells you a little more information.
Bro, even the manual didn't cover half this shit, and
No.
I had the manual.
It's fucking like basic. Like I always find myself love reading old PS2 manuals, just cause like
I used to bring them to school to read.
Yeah.
Cause why not?
They're fun little reading materials. I mean, yeah, overall, pretty good game. It's a solid 6 in my book.
So solid 6. That puts that it's average.
It's an average game.
It's an average game.
It's an average game. Nothing too.
Nothing really stands out amazingly or anything like that. Just we're here. We did it. I enjoyed the ride. Don't expect me to come back anytime soon.
I would say we got a 7 if those puzzles were not as fucking egregious.
I feel like this game would have been marked higher if Vordor's mansion wasn't so aggravating for you.
Yeah, and it's more so like. It's also you're fighting the camera 95% of for most of those puzzles. You're fighting the damn camera, and literally, if you jump,
it feels like you're sliding while you're jumping.
Yeah, it's like you land, and just because you land, and you think you land properly, I landed most of those jumps and just
I know
he just slid.
I know.
I'm like, I didn't push any explain. Why the fuck you just slipped for no reason? There literally was soap everywhere.
It's $1 million question.
So that's what knocks it down for me. That's a hard knockdown. That's why I knocked the whole point because of that.
Well, you probably think I will give this game a lot of high marks considering my emotional attachment to this game. Believe it or not, I'm very cynical. You say 6. I say 6.5, honestly. I'm not bullshitting y'all. Listen, I know I've gushed this entire series about how much I love this game, but I know this game has not aged that well. There are some games that age well, like Jak and Daxter's aged pretty well.
Yes.
This has not. No. Though, graphically speaking, it does still hold up a little bit. But it's just the gameplay part. Like, back then, you got something like this, it was just... That's just how the game is.
Looked even better when we upscaled to 1440.
And then, you get to the point now where we have games that just, hold our hand and do all this and that stuff we're not used to,
You get kind of like... You forget how the game just didn't hold your hand back then.
Yeah, the word's complacent. That's the word I'm looking for. You get complacent when you get spoiled on new shit, like auto-saving.
Every new game auto-saves. And
there's a checkpoint system. You can reload your...
once you get something, they're like, hey, go check this thing, and here's how you do this thing immediately. It's like, okay, cool. They walk you through the entire process. Sometimes it's annoying, but you forget how complacent you get with that shit sometimes. When you play an old game, you're like, don't do shit.
Then you get a quick reality check when you play a FromSoft game.
Yeah.
It's like, this is how games used to be.
Yeah, for real. They don't tell you shit, no story or anything. You don't get nothing. You get bare bones basic shit.
Speaking of which, there was a FromSoft game I actually forgot existed.
Okay.
That I actually played and did not realize it was a FromSoft game until many, many years later. And it was right there at the startup screen. I never paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of a game called Ninja Blade?
I think you brought this up one time before, and I don't think I ever heard of that one until you brought it up once. I think you mentioned it once.
We'll look up some videos for it, because I'm not crazy. This game is real. It exists. I'm not crazy.
Dude, you might be crazy. Do you need an app? Are you crazy?
No. I'm good. I promise. I remember fighting a giant fly.
Sure, you did, buddy.
I fought a snail, too.
Sure,
I fought a snail.
I'm gonna take these somewhere, and we'll catch y'all in the next series.
Get this jacket off of me. I'm not crazy.
It's fine.
It existed.
We'll see y'all in the next video, guys. Bye.
It was real.